Yo, what up, YouTube? It's Rye. Let me holler at you real quick. The grind don't stop, my friend. Never get too comfortable. You're going to have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Through the good and the bad, the good times and the hard times. Understand that you're going to have to fall in love with the grind. Fall in love with your purpose. Fall in love with what you do. Whether it's sunshine, whether it's a storm, you're going to have to fall in love with that because you had to get through that storm in order to get to the sunshine. So it's necessary. That hardship, that heartache is necessary to get to where you need to get through. So understand that you gotta fall in love with the grind. A lot of times we think our purpose is once we get what we want or what we think is meant for us, we could just chillax, relax, and the job is done. But when you on your purpose, when you on your grind, when you looking for something that's bigger than yourself, you always working, no matter what's going on. No matter if you, whatever, what you doing, no matter where you at, you always thinking about the next thing. Because it's, no matter how you obtained it, you can lose it. You can lose that blessing that you worked hard for if you ain't taking care of it, you ain't servicing it. If you ain't pouring into your cup, if you ain't watering the plants, the plant will die. So you always have to be working towards something. You always have to be thinking about something. That don't mean that you work yourself to the bone. It means that you always have to be looking for something else to maintain that hunger that's inside of you. Once you lose that strength, that hunger, that purpose inside of you, you're going to lose everything that you built because now you're not training, you're not focused, you're going to get weaker. If you're not growing, trying to get stronger, you're going to get weaker. And that's why the grind don't stop. The grind never stops. You're going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be storms. The boat going to get rocky, but that's okay because that's making you strong. That's making you better. That's making you wiser. That's helping you to maintain and get the tools that you need in your kit to wherever problem comes your way, you're going to be able to handle it. Problems going to come. That's how life is. Problems going to come. But when it comes, you're going to be ready. You're going to be ready before the problem even comes. So that's why the grind don't stop. And fall in love with it. When you fall in love with it, it feels like you're not even working. It don't even feel like you're grinding. It's like you floating. It's effortlessly because you love it. You love the challenge. Embrace the challenge. Love how, okay, like, ooh, this isn't as easy as the other one. You fall in love with that. I mean, think about it. How boring would it be if you just ran from one challenge to the next and nothing ever challenged you? You would get bored. If you really love what you do, if you really embrace what you do, you would get bored if everything just came so easy to you. That's why life itself is a challenge, but it's beautiful at the same time. It means something because when you overcome that adversity, it means more. When you was down, it means more. Don't envy the people that had it easy because when it's time for them to face that challenge, they not gonna know what to do. They're gonna lose it all. They might even be better off than you, but they gonna lose it because they never had to face anything. They never had to face their fears. They don't even know what their fears are because they never was put in a position where they had to even look deep within. But you have had that privilege of knowing, okay, if this happens, I know what to do. If that happens, I know what to do. Because the grind don't stop. Even when you chilling, you thinking about, man, I got an idea. Even if you can't act on it right now, write it down. Write it down. Don't, like I said, don't overwork yourself. Don't gas yourself out. You're going to have to take pit stops. You're going to have to do that. You're going to have to take rest stops. Where there's a rest stop, go to it, You're no good to anyone if you're gassed. You're no good to yourself. You owe it to yourself to, relax and, take that R&R, But what I'm saying is that you still thinking. Your brain not turned off. You still thinking about other ways or other ideas to achieve something greater. Even if you're chilling on the beach somewhere, you thinking about, okay, when I get back, I'm gonna do this, and that. But you still tapped in with what you're doing because the grind don't stop. You always head first. You always going head on to whatever it is. You ain't running from it. You running to it. And that's what's going to help you get better. Them battle scars, all that is going to help you get better. You're going to tend to your wounds and you're going to be right back out there. So understand that a lot of times we think that's what we want. We want to just get that easy, quick money, get the easy, fast thing, and then we on the beach and we just living our lives. But you got a whole life to live. And it's not as fun as we think it is. So understand that you young, you doing your thing. You got your whole life ahead of you. Why spend that in some palace somewhere sitting around not doing anything? And remember, once you form your kingdom, you have to defend it. Once you form your kingdom, you have to maintain it. Once you form your kingdom, you gon' have to defend it. If you not training, if you not growing, if you not blossoming into something more, how you gonna defend your kingdom? Because with more things, with more achievements, with more success, there's going to be more oppressors. There's going to be more enemies. There's going to be more evil spirits that's going to try to take you down. That's going to try to gnaw at you and take away everything you worked hard for. If you sitting around looking at the sunset, thinking the job is finished, you're not even going to know that someone's at your front doorstep trying to take everything that you worked hard for. And sometimes our greatest downfall could be ourselves. Not looking around, not staying in tune, not looking around and being self-aware of our surroundings, because we wasn't staying in tune with what matters. We were so focused on attaining that thing to gain things that don't matter spiritually, whether it's monetary gain, whether it's fame, whether it's materialistic things. We were so caught up in that we lost our sense of purpose in the world. We lost a sense of purpose of what mattered. We lost a sense of purpose in achieving and growing and blossoming to our fullest potential. So remember that the grind don't stop, my friend. Stay in tune. Remember, no one's perfect, and we can always work on ourselves to become better. Like I said, don't be hard on yourself. Look at where you are now. You're way better, and you are way, further than where you were before. And you should be proud of that. But we can all stand to do more. We can all stand to be better. And we can all try harder to do something greater. And you should want to. You should want to. You should be like, you should always look at yourself, or be able to look at yourself and say, hey, I was better today than I was yesterday. But hey, it's Ra. Like, comment, subscribe. You know we here every day. And you got this, homie. It's already yours.